Welcome to Dirt Bike Channel. I'm Kyle Brotherson, and this is Kurt Boeck. Kurt, how you doing?
Good. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
We're laughing because Kurt was one of the winners. You were the runner-up winner for the December sweepstakes.
I was.
And this is his bike. He drove all the way from Illinois. And not only did he have to drive all the way from Illinois, we're reshooting this video because we just did all this without the microphones on. So I had a 12-minute video with zero sound. So, congratulations again.
Thank you. I'm thankful. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So yeah,
Yeah.
I'm the guy who can't even, after 1,300 videos, I still can't get my camera right. You know, so,
Yeah.
But this is your bike. So you got the KTM 300 XC.
I did. Still sinking in.
Still sinking in.
Still sinking in.
So you drove to, you had a ski trip or something, right?
Yeah. So my buddies that I grew up with, we do a ski trip every year just to keep in touch, go ski a few days.
Okay.
So I drove to Colorado Springs. We skied Breckenridge. And then I went back to my buddies in the Springs, and then I drove over here. So I was ready to jump in the truck
Right off the bat.
that week. I was ready to go. And then after a day, I'm like, wait a minute, that's a long way.
You're like, probably
let me coincide.
Yeah, probably how to consolidate.
Because I was like,
trips.
well, okay, I'm going out there and then I'm come back and then I'm going back. I'm like, wait a minute.
You're
let me get a hold of him and see if we can.
Maybe we should push this
Yeah.
out. So that's why it took so long. So right now, we're in the middle of March by the time you'll see this, by the time this video will come out. So there is another sweepstakes going on for a 250 XC. So you got the 300 XC.
I did.
And then there's also Beta 250 RR that's up for grabs here in the month of March.
It's a beautiful bike.
But you have an XCW at home. What do you have?
I have a 2018 XCW carbureted. I sought out the carbureted bike.
Okay.
I hadn't bought into the TPIs yet.
Yeah. Well, you skipped the TPI because this is the TDI.
So I threw Electron on that. I giggle every time I get on that thing. I feel like a kid again. It's an awesome bike. I ran a Hare Scramble series with it this past year. It's just a do-all. I love it.
Yeah, and with Electron on there.
Yeah.
So what elevations do you ride? Like when you're in Illinois, what are you?
600 feet.
Oh, so you're really, that's pretty.
Yeah.
And then in the Hare Scramble stuff in Texas, what was it?
About the same.
Oh, so,
yeah,
okay.
500 feet or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here I'm 5,000 feet where we're sitting.
Well, I'm out here usually June, July, August times. I'm out here 2 times a year riding.
Oh, cool.
So that's the reason for the Electron. I just didn't want to mess with it.
And then it just runs.
Yeah.
Really
And it didn't really feel any different on the 300. I had Electron on the Husky TE 125.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
That made a difference in the mid-range on the way it ran.
Yeah.
So it had more hit. So.
Yeah, well, these are fun bikes. A lot of people have probably heard me talk about it. These things are so hot. Like the way that they mapped the XC line in 23 and 24, it actually is quite a big difference between the XC and the XCW lines. Mm-hmm. So these things it's a fire-breathing dragon.
Yeah.
So I had a guy, in fact, there was a guy that was emailing me just the other day. He was talking about a 250 XC, and he said, I had to chuckle. Because he said, I don't think it has as much power as my 1996 YZ250. And I'm sitting there thinking it has more power than your 1996.
It's almost a quarter century ago.
Yeah, it's like, how do we remember?
Really
I don't know.
comparison.
But so tell us a little bit about, and I apologize, we're doing this twice. Tell the viewers a little bit about what motorcycles have meant to you. How did you start in them? Tell us a little bit about that.
Oh, my father put me on a bike when I was 5. It was so actually he bought from a friend who had an older than me. It was a Honda SL70. It's just a little trail bike, and early 70s. It was actually too big for me, so he put it on it, and I can remember him and my uncle alongside me, and I'd take off and I'd ride, and then I'd come in for a landing, and he'd come in and run along the bike and grab the bike and bring me into a stop. And so I had a neighbor up the street who was a couple years older than me, and he had an MR50.
MR.
I got pictures of all this. I'll show you.
Who makes an
Honda MR50? The Elsinore MR50.
Okay.
Yeah.
MR.
I'll show you pictures.
That was before they did the CR.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think there was a overlap.
What was that motocross? Or did it even mean anything?
I'm not sure.
That's cool.
So we actually traded because he was older than me. So he'd outgrown the 50.
Okay.
So I rode the 50 until I outgrew it. We swapped back. I rode the SL70, and then they sold the 50, and he moved on to whatever he rode. But I still remember the day I'm on this SL70. I'd basically outgrown it, and it wasn't like a dirt bike, you know?
Trail bike is what they were.
And I was down the street from my house with my friends, and the buddy up the street that I swapped with, he was on his bigger Suzuki, and I'm sitting there, and we were just parked talking, and I see my dad drive down the road. He had a gray Buick Riviera, and the trunk was kind of up. And he drives by, and I see this bright green fender and part of a wheel hanging out the trunk. So he had bought me, it was a 1979 KX80.
Okay.
So that was really my first.
And it's in the trunk of the Buick.
And it's in the trunk of the Buick.
Wonder how much gas that leaked out in the trunk.
So I remember what he paid, because it was like a leftover. He paid $500 for it.
Was it new?
It was brand new.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So you're how old at this point?
I was like, I don't know, I was 9.
That's so
Would have
cool.
been like, I would say like 1980.
I can't.
I'll never forget it though, because I couldn't start that Honda fast enough and get up to the house. Yeah, it was a special moment.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it's so awesome. I love just hearing stories like that. You have stories like with my dad. We would ride a little bit on. He had an old Honda, a whole 500 Honda. I think he still has it actually. And I would ride on the front of that thing and hold on to the bar pad.
Yeah.
I still remember it said Gold Belt DeBruiser. If my dad's watching this, he'll laugh.
Yeah.
It was on the front of that Honda, and we would go camping, and that's what I grew up doing.
Yeah.
And he still rides motorcycles. He's more street bikes than anything. He still has a Harley or 2 or whatever it is. So in fact, he was out in your neck of the woods. His my stepmom had like a high school reunion somewhere. It might have been St. Louis, somewhere out there. And they drove out just to go to her high school reunion, and she ended up buying a Harley, and they rode the Harley back from wherever it was, St. Louis or somewhere. Yeah. Wow. And my dad sent me this picture. He sent me just like, oh, look, Lynn's new bike. And it was a Harley. And I thought he was just kidding, because I'm like, I knew that they'd gone out for not to buy a motorcycle. And then I talked to him a few days later, and he's like, yeah, it was kind of a chore getting that thing back, because they ran into snow in like Denver. And he's like, and I'm like, what are you talking about? And he's like, we actually bought that motorcycle. So he still rides. He's 69, I think, turned 70 this year, but still rides.
That's great.
But
it's a good deal.
Yeah, I feel like with dirt bikes and motorcycles, it keeps you young. So most of the people that I know that are in this sport are pretty fit, you know?
Yeah, pretty much, I'd say, yeah.
And it just keeps you kind of young.
Definitely
mentally.
keeps you young and then mentally.
Yeah.
I mean, at least I feel young when I'm on it.
Yeah.
So, and that's, I feel like a kid again when I get on. So. Yeah,
well, these things are great, and I love the KTM 2-strokes. It changed my life. It was a 2012 300 XCW, and I was about ready to give up dirt bikes, and then I got that thing, started doing some single track riding, and kind of changed. Well, it's changed the last 12, 13 years for me. Yeah. 14 years, I guess, because that would have been in 2010-ish.
Yeah.
No, it was 2012 when I had that bike. So it's been the last 12 years have been basically dictated by these KTM 2-strokes. And I've been able to ride a bunch of different things. We've got, there's an electric bike right here, this Stark Varg, that'll probably be a sweepstakes bike in a few months. So, But yeah, if you guys want to get entered in the March sweepstakes, you can click the link right down here. We're giving away a KTM 250XC, which is sitting right over there. There's a Beta 250RR that's sitting over here that has a smart carb on it. And you can get entered to win that sucker by going to my website, dirtbikechannel.com. You can buy a shirt. I'm trying to get some things in stock up there. Normally I have tie downs. I don't think I have really any tie downs in stock, but we still have some hats and t-shirts and some of the things like that. But you can also use the links to Rocky Mountain ATV. If you click on the Shop Rocky Mountain ATV link on my website, then you can buy anything they sell at Rocky Mountain, and it enters you in to win these bikes if we're doing a sweepstakes that month, and it helps to support Dirt Bike Channel. So Kurt and I were talking, and these sweepstakes are one of the ways that we've funded this whole thing. And I can either read you a bunch of ads from companies that you may or may not care about, or we can do these self-funded sweepstakes, which is what everyone has been participating in, and Kurt has been a big part of that. And so I'm just thankful for it. And the people that we've been able to give dirt bikes to, no one's complained yet.
No complaints here. No.
But yeah, we've got the title. Actually, we've got the MSO over here. This one wasn't titled, but we've got the MSO for that, and then I'll print you out a bill of sale, and then you can get it registered to you. But yeah, it's pretty awesome bike. So I think you're gonna like it.
I appreciate it. I really do.
So
I can't thank you enough.
Yeah. So if you haven't gotten entered, go ahead and do that. And Kurt, what's our sign off?
Leave a single track.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you.